Welcome to the channel and welcome to this Aedptus Titanicus battle report. In this battle we descend into the city of Olympus Mons. In a previous battle report, only a couple of weeks before this one, Legio Ignatum ran the gauntlet of the Valley of Death. If you haven't seen that battle report, I suggest you go and check it out. It was the last previous battle report I posted on YouTube. And Legio Ignatum managed to make their way through the Valley of Death and penetrate the city of Olympus Mons through the highly guarded, highly protected southern access route, and are now inside the overcrowded, overflowing southern part of the city. And in this part of the city, the only open area is the Plaza of the Wolf, which we see stood here. And in the middle of the Plaza of the Wolf is this gigantic statue to Horus Lupercal, Horus before he fell, the War Master himself, towering even over the carapace of a warlord battle titan. And because it's the only open area in this part of the city, it must be held. So the Knights of the Forge have pulled back, and we have a warlord titan with two bellicose volcano cannons and two scout titans with laser blasters. One's got a Gatling, one's got a plasma, and that is my army. I don't have a Legio. This is not a maniple. No maniple rules kicking off here. This is a narrative battle report, should mention that as well. But my warlord will be the warlord titan, and he is a devoted servant of the machine, so he can re-roll a single repair roll when he's repairing himself. And around the edges we have two Reaver Titans of Legio Ignatum and two Warhound Titans. And the victory conditions of this game are quite simple. We're trying to blow each other up and take the Plaza of the Wolf in the center of the board. So at the end of the game, you will get victory points equal to the number of scale that you have destroyed. So Warhounds are 6 scale each. If I destroy them, that's 6 scale, that's 12 scale, and vice versa for my opponent. And also you will add on the amount of scale that is in the plaza at the end. So currently I have 22 scale stood there, so that's 22 points off the bat. And yeah, so you add on the scale for whatever's in the plaza at the end, plus you add on the scale of the enemy engines that you kill. And joining me for this battle report one more time is Mr. AP Burn. Say hello, Mr. AP Burn.
Hello, Mr. AP Burn.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Again, it feels like I never left.
It does feel like you've never left,
People will think I've only got one outfit.
Have you got two?
3.
You've got 3 outfits. Okay, well done. The good thing about Aedptus Titanicus is you can play a couple of games in a day, because it only takes a couple of models to play the game, and it's very tactical. And in this dense urban combat setup that we have here, movement is going to be king. Dipping in and out in the certain fire arcs, plus you're coming at me from 2 sides. Right?
Yeah. 2 sides are always better than 1.
2 sides are always better than 1. You've got more scale than me. You've got 28 scale, so potentially I've got more points that I can take from you. But you outnumber me 4-3. And
yeah, you've got less models, and I could potentially very easily get more models within the plaza.
yes, exactly. So we came up with this scenario together. I like the sound of it. I like the idea that Olympus Mons has finally been breached, and the warlord that held the pass at the end has pulled back, blaring his war horn, and the only 2 things that could get quickly to his position were the 2 warhounds, because we have the hero Reaver from the last battle report. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But we have him and another Reaver, and all the Reavers are WYSIWYG. You've got a fist and a Gatling, and on this you've got a fist and a laser. And over here, what have you put on these guys? Plasma.
2 plasmas and 2 infernos.
We like the Inferno guns. They are very good on the Warhounds because they're quite nippy, right?
Yep, get up close, auto hits.
Yep, we'll get up close with some auto hits, which is definitely what I don't want to see. A couple of shout outs. This battle map brought to you by urbanmats.com, and I don't know where this terrain is from because you bought it.
I brought it and made it, yes. It's the Infinity stuff, the drop zone. I'm not entirely sure who makes it.
Okay, so check out elementgames.com. Check out the Infinity stuff for Drop Zone.
Yeah.
And you'll find this terrain. It's, look, you can get a whole kit. How much was the whole kit?
I think it was about 15 quid for all this and some base boards as well, cardboard base mats.
Nice. So a very cheap, very quick way to get together some scenery for games of Aedptus Titanicus. I like it. Thank you for bringing it down. Okay, so victory conditions. Get into the Plaza of the Wolf. Destroy enemy titans. We're going to be playing for 4 turns. And at the end of turn 4, we're going to roll a dice. And on a 4, 5, 6, we're going to go on for 1 more turn. So a little bit of random game length there. Your warlord trait is what? And it's on who?
It's going to be the same as last time. It's going to be the that's a good point. I can't remember.
Your warlord last time was that warhound.
Yes, but I'm going to maintain, because I want to be quick and speedy, I'm going to keep the same trait.
Okay. So, and is it still going to be on a warhound?
No, it's going to be on the hero Reaver. He's been promoted to Princeps Senioris.
Okay. And can you remember what the ability is?
No, but it'll come up in the game and I will remember that.
Let's pause. Swift killer. He's a swift killer. You can make a turn of up to 45 degrees before you make an attack in the combat phase, and subtract 1 for the dice rolls to hit. And you are running a mana pool.
I am running a mana pool.
What is the mana pool?
The mana pool is basically, he is not in it. So he's out on his own.
Okay.
But I'm running a Venator light mana pool.
Okay.
With the 2 Warhounds and the other Reaver. And that...
When you kill a Titan, or when you damage a Titan, someone else can jump on it, right?
Yeah, basically, once I've collapsed shields, then
Yes.
someone else can immediately make an attack.
And it could be an additional attack. So he could have fought already, shot already, but suddenly the shields of this guy goes down and then he gets to shoot again.
Correct.
Nice, I like it. So them's the rules. That's the game. We don't know who's going first. So we need to roll a dice, as ever. Would you like to do the honours, sir?
Certainly, thank you very much.
You rolled an 8. I rolled an 8. It's going to get like that, is it?
Yeah, it's
Let's try this
kind
again.
of game again.
A 9. 9. I rolled a 3. So you have initiative.
Excellent.
So let's go on to the orders phase. Right, something strange just happened. What's just happened?
I gave you the initiative.
Why are you giving me the initiative?
Well, at the moment, all my Titans are safely tucked away, and I want to force you to move yours and think about what you're going to do with them.
Okay, so the Knights of the Forge have initiative as we begin the battle for the Plaza of the Wolf. So in the orders phase, I didn't put any orders on my Titans. Mr. AP Byrne put full stride on both of his Warhound Titans. Then I activated first and ran my Warhound Titan over there. The idea is these two I thought might be able to flank around and take on this Reaver here. And then he rudely burst this Warhound around the edge. Now he's got full stride orders on, so he isn't firing. But he is going to go run straight forward in a straight line to him. And then next turn I'm going to be in flamer range. So it's my turn to activate. So this Warhound, instead of nipping down towards the Reaver, has quickly turned around, not pushing my reactor around the statue of Lupercal himself, ready to take on that Warhound there. Then the second Warhound darted around the right side of that building, and then my Warlord turned to face him. And those are all my movement activations. And like Mad Max said, that's bait. I think that's bait. Because then the 2 Reaver Titans came pouncing out from behind the building behind me. Right, that's the end of the movement phase. They've got me in a crossfire. So now we're on to the damage control phase. I think we're done.
Yep. Actually, no, I did push my reactor.
You did push your reactor. Okay, yeah.
And nothing happens.
I did push reactor on my Warlord as well. And nothing happens on that either. So yeah, now we're on to the combat phase. And I think I need to kill one of these Warhounds before you start shooting me in the back and the side. So let's unload everything from the Warlord into this Warhound. Before we shoot, I remembered, well, you reminded me, I had more dice for my damage repair rolls. So I vented all the plasma on these 2 Titans here and back up to full plasma. Now let's unload 10 Apocalypse missile shots into this Warhound here. And I've got him dead to rights. There's no cover. I hit on 3s. And that wasn't very good. 5. Ooh, take the strip off 3 shields anyway. 3 is enough to strip the shields off this Warhound, leaving him exposed for the Bellicosa Volcano Cannon. Let's hit on a 3. And that's a hit, but it costs 2 of the plasma. The plasma heats up. Rather, the reactor heats up. Anyway, that is 2 hits because it's a large blast marker and the center of the blast marker will be under the Warhound Titan. If the center's under, it counts as 2 hits. Where does it hit the Titan? It hits it in the body. It's strength 10. Let's see what kind of damage we do. A 1 and a 3. Stripping off 3 structure points from the body, but it's still very much combat effective, that Warhound. Let's fire the other Bellicose Volcano Cannon in. And that heats up the reactor 2 more times as well. And that's a hit. That's a 6. These dice available from dztv.com. That shoves my reactor all the way down into the orange, so that Warlord Titan plasma reactor is already overcooking, and in the damage control phase, it might go bang. Meanwhile, let's see where this shot lands. And that'll be 2 hits on the leg, because it's a blast, as I mentioned. And they're strength 10 plus 2 and a 4. So at the end of the shooting phase, the Warhound's still very combat effective. The shields are gone, and their head and the legs are taking, their body and the legs are taking some hits. After the Warlord spoke, now this Reaver is going to fire at him in the rear. Apocalypse, unloading.
We love to unload in the rear.
What was that?
Sorry.
I like the way you smile at your and laugh at your own jokes. Like...
Well, no one else is going. So.
It was hilarious.
Thanks, man.
Oh dear. No, it's just, yeah.
Blame stylist.
3 up. I do blame stylist. 3 up. And I make all the saves.
Boo.
So you've got to do it with a Gatling gun.
Okay.
Hit me in the rear with your Gatling gun, sir. Ooh.
Let's try again. Went off too soon there.
3's to hit. 4 hits this time. And 4 3-up saves. Oh, in case anyone's wondering, these battlefield assets that were scattered around, they're there for show. The assets are currently powered down. There's no Imperial Guardsmen hunkered in them.
Just corpses.
Just corpses. 3-ups. I lose a shield, but his shields are still very strong. He is, after all, a Warlord Titan. Okay, my turn to activate. Now this one, I wish it could reach out across and hit this Warhound Titan that already took some damage, but he's out of my fire arc, so instead this Warhound, my Warhound, will have to fire at this one that's popped around the edge of the building. Let's unload that Gatling Blaster. By Gatling Blaster, I meant Vulcan Mega Bolter. Anyway, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. And 2 shield saves.
Excellent.
Okay, Plasma Blast Gun instead then. No hits. Basically, all of his shots fire wide. This isn't going to plan, because this one isn't going to be able to fire anything because he ran off in the wrong direction. And yeah, what are you firing next?
This chap,
yes.
Fire everything into your Warlord.
You don't like him, right?
No. He's just too big and he's obscuring the view of the statue.
Yes. Praise to Horus Heresy.
Heretics.
Praise indeed.
Heretics.
Apocalypse?
Yep. Oh, not very good.
That's like my shooting. 3-up and bun. And I lose another shield.
Okay.
And then what have you got there?
We've got a laser blaster.
Okay. Sounds
The
painful.
plasma blast gun, rather. 2 hits.
That is a thingy bob. That's a 3-shot weapon.
Laser blaster?
A laser blaster is a...
It is a 3-shot weapon, you're quite right. Serves me right.
It's still 2 hits. The dice gods were annoyed. He's a Warlord, so he still has a 3-up invulnerable save. But now he has a 4-up invulnerable save, losing shields. So the Warhounds dart forward, and that is the end of turn 1. The Warlord is surrounded. Warhounds in front of him, Reavers behind. His escorts have peeled away to the right. He's in a very perilous position already, but he is a Warlord Titan. So let's go on to turn 2. Right, let's roll up for initiative. See who goes first. You've got a 3. I've got a 8. I have initiative. Now, do I want to give it to you?
Yeah.
Right, I've thought about it. If I put first fire orders on him, I get to shoot. But and not move, which is a problem because they've got fists. But if I put emergency repair orders on him, then I get to repair. And my plasma's a bit nasty and my things are a bit nasty. But I get to shoot and not fire. And they've got fists on them.
You don't want to fist in.
I don't want to fist in. Either way, I'm in a bad trouble. Either way, I need to come forward away from them. But they... First fire. I'm going to try and do first fire. Let's just shoot stuff. These guys can come. The Warhounds can come around the side and clear these up. Surely 2 Warhounds and a Warlord versus 2 Warhounds is enough. Let's do first fire. He's my Princeps. I needed 2. There's an 8. Yep. First fire on the Warlord worked. And then you went first fire, first fire. Every single one of your Titans isn't moving. They're just going to shoot. Just going to shoot.
We've got plenty of time to get in the plaza. We want to empty it of baddies first.
And I didn't put any orders on the Warhounds, so at least they can move round. So let's go on to the damage control phase. Before we do, I need to roll a d6 on my Titan for a 3. And that's a power failure because my plasma was overheating. The void shields collapse immediately. Now let's try and reignite them at least. I got 4 dice. I need a 6. And I can re-roll 1 dice because of my Warlord trait. I reignite the shield. And I'm going to have to spend that to burn some plasma. Because otherwise... Yeah, I'm going to have to burn some plasma. 1 shield, and at least it gets my plasma reactor back in the yellow. But of course, as soon as I fire those Bellicosa volcano cannons, yeah, they're gonna cost me more plasma again, because they drain plasma. They're big, they're powerful, but they drain plasma. Then Mr. AP Burn rolled and couldn't reignite the shields on his Warhound Titan. That's the end of the damage control phase. Now we're going to shoot. So it's gonna cost me plasma, but let's fire and put the blast template at the back of that Warhound Titan and try and kill it with a cannon before I get flamed. Rolling to hit, and the machine spirit wakes up. It just goes from bad to worse. Oh dear, this isn't going well.
I'm enjoying
the plasma reactor overheating straight away. Already drained my void shields. Now the machine spirit's enraged by all of this. Let's see what it does. 2. That's okay. Stalwart, make a repair roll for the Titan. Its effects are applied immediately. Does that mean I roll all of my clades or just 1 clade?
No, you do a full repair roll.
I do a full repair roll. Brilliant stuff. So, and I get to re-roll 1 of these because it's my Warlord trait. Look at that. I get to vent some more plasma. Actually, the machine spirit waking up came to my aid.
Doesn't always.
So I vented more plasma from my reactor. I've put my shields back up a little bit higher on my Warlord Titan. But when the machine spirit awakens, that's the end of the orders. My first fire order. The chance to shoot that thing didn't happen. Now it's your turn to activate something, sir. So this Warhound Titan's got a flamer. I'm in flamer range, so it gets inside the shields and
it's auto hits.
Auto hits. And where does it auto hit as well?
Oh yeah, I need mine.
Yeah, I think we need a location dice. It's going to hit in the body. And the 1s and 1s aren't going to do anything, but strength 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 in the body is a direct hit. That was only 1 structure point. What'd you say then?
It's a little bit underwhelming.
It was, wasn't it? Do you want to fire your plasma gun at me now?
No, because it's first fire, so I only get to do 1.
Okay, yeah, cool. So now it is because it is the movement phase. So let's move him. I didn't push that Warhound. I pushed the Warhound to the right, and now his reactor is overheating and is in the orange as well. Now you can activate something in the movement phase. So that one.
It's
Maybe.
going to be another 3 auto hits from the Warhound on his flamer, so 3 shield saves.
3 shield saves. My shields are on 4s now, and the shields have collapsed on the Warlord Titan. So the Warlord Titan gets washed with flames and the shields collapse. My other Warhound decides to nip round the building in the movement phase and line up the 2 Warhound Titans. And then this Reaver over here is unloading into the Warlord Titan with its Gatling blaster. Now normally it wouldn't be able to hurt it, but these rear shots are +2 damage in the rear. So
it's going to sting.
Hit me in the bum, sir.
It's going to sting your rear.
Sting my rear. 3s to hit. And that's 4 hits. This gets that weapon up to, what's strength 5?
Yep.
Plus 2 is strength 7. And
head.
that hits me in the head, which is weird because, what did you
Sorry,
get?
preempted you.
So that's a 12. Let's work out if 12 in the head, which is weird because I don't know how that shot hits him in the head, but let's work out if it can damage a Warlord Titan. Nope. The cockpit of a Warlord Titan is heavily armoured and is 13 to penetrate. So a 12 doesn't cut it. And now the last thing left to fire will be that one over there.
Yep, he's going to fire his laser blaster.
Yes, 3s to hit. You're not. They all hit. Where does the hit land? In the body. And the 5 will hurt it. We'll get it up to strength 13. Oh no, make it strength 14 because you're hitting me on the side. And this is what the Warlord Titan looks like. Shields have managed to cool, the plasma have managed to cool down a little bit. Shields are down, 2 structure points on the body. That is the end of the movement phase. All the first fire orders have been issued. Now we're on to the damage control phase. And let's start off with my Warhound Titan because he's in the orange already. So I need to roll to see if something bad happens. 4. So the reactor is running hot, the power has been overloaded, and my shields collapse. Right, and then on to the general damage control thing. Let's try and reignite them. 2 dice, I need 6s. There's double 6s. Put 1 on the shield and 1 to get the plasma out of the orange.
Sorry.
That's fine. And 1 to get the plasma out of the orange, so I don't want to have to make a damage control roll every phase. Now onto the Warlord Titan. I really need these shields up. I can actually fire and at least 1 off the bellicose cannon because 1 will get me in the yellow and another 1 will get me in the orange, and then I'll start taking damage on the reactor again. As soon as you get into the orange, you start taking damage on the reactor. So I need a 6 to reignite the shields. So that's a reignited shield. I get to re-roll that one. Wow. Wow, wow. So I can cook 2 off the reactor and put 2 more shields back up. In fact, what I'll do is put 1 on the reactor and 3, 1, 2, 3, on the shields. This Warlord might be able to survive for another turn. Damage control on the injured enemy Warhound shield. 6, you've reignited the shields. Just in time for the combat phase. And the Warlord Titan to strip all the shields off one more time. And I fired the Apocalypse missile launcher and stripped the shields down again. So let's fire the Bellicose Volcano Cannon from the Warlord Titan straight into it. And it cost me 2 reactor points and misses. And it's a blast, so it scatters. The shot scatters over there, clips this Warhound Titan, and the shield saves it. And the other Volcano Cannon cost me 2. Oh no, that's the reactor, just 1 away from... Every time I fired that gun, it's cost me 2 on the reactor, just 1 away from the red. Want to keep it out of the red, but at least it's a hit. You don't have any shields. So now I need to damage you. Where does the shot go? It hits you in the special, that's the body. Has the body taken any damage already?
No, not yet. Oh, I tell that it has.
Well, that's 10 plus 4 is...
Plus 1.
Okay, plus 1 already because the body's damaged. So that's 15 and 15 damage to the body. So after the smoke clears, the Warhound Titan is severely injured, but my reactor is running red hot. And when I say red hot, I mean orange hot. We're 1 away from the red. Red is bad on a reactor for a Titan because they can go boom. On orange, they don't go boom. Bad things still happen. Okay, so you're choosing to fire this Warhound Titan just in case it gets deleted?
Just in case it goes. So I'm going to put the 3 auto hits.
With the flamer?
Yeah, with the
okay.
flamer.
So my shields are back up. I need 3s. And my shields are 1 away from down, but you haven't stripped them. And then you can fire the plasma in.
Yep.
And you hit twice with the plasma, and the shields collapse. So now I'll activate this Warhound Titan. Now I'm tempted to shoot at the one that's really injured, but it'll be minuses to hit it. So I think if I just put this Warhound into that one and that Warhound into that one, I could potentially kill that Warhound. So let's fire my first Warhound with a Gatling gun, Vulcan Megabolter, into this Warhound Titan here. 3s to hit, 4 hits, 3 hits. You make all the shield saves. Then the turbo laser destructor thumped in as well, and basically this Warhound Titan managed to make all of its shield saves. Oh no. Now you get to fire at me again. So now this Warhound dropped its shields. This one is firing in. The Flamer auto hits at this range. Strength 7. And that's 2 6s. Where does the Flamer land? The Flamer lands, I can't see it. What does that say? Legs. 2 direct hits to the legs. It's injured, but it's not out yet. Now this plasma gun is going to overcut charge, maximal fire. And they both hit. And whereabouts does this shot land?
Oop, that is not that dice.
No, it's not that dice.
It was in my hand.
Brilliant.
In the leg again.
It's in the leg again. Okay. And you're up to strength what with the overcharged plasma gun?
It's +2.
2 strength 10 hits to the legs. The one won't do anything, but that'll be a devastating hit. And the Warlord Titan's datasheet is looking like this. Legs are a bit injured, body's a bit injured. Plasma and shields. Yeah, it's looking dire for him. Now, this other Warhound Titan. I'm going to fire at this one. I know he's in the way, but that's probably a -2 to hit if I fire at that Titan, right? Because he's more than 50% obscured. But I could kill this one. Whereas that one, you're probably going to make all the void shield saves again. So I'm going to fire at this one. Yeah, let's fire at him. Tactics. Let's do the turbo laser destructor. 5s to hit because you're very obscured. 1 hit.
1 hit.
Where does the shot land? Looking for the body. And that's in the leg. And it is strength 8. +6. It's 14 in the leg.
15 in the leg because I'm on +1 already.
Turned out to be a critical hit to the leg, and the stabilizers are damaged. So now let's fire the plasma blast gun on 5s, and I miss. So my entire army is now fired, and the Warhounds are somehow hanging on. And now this Warlord has got to take the firepower of 2 Reaver Titans. The Apocalypse Launcher did nothing. Now we've had 4 hits with the Gatling Blaster, and it's +2 to this. In the weapon. I think you've just disabled a weapon.
Definitely.
One of the cannons has been disabled. Now we're going to fire the second Reaver Titan. We'll do the Apocalypse off camera because it's unlikely to do anything. Yep, the Apocalypse did nothing, but now the laser blaster's coming in. Hitting on 3s, and they all hit. And whereabouts? We're hitting it in a weapon again. You need 11 to breach a weapon.
Yep.
Okay, so I've only got 2 weapons left. 1, 2, it's the 1, 2, 3, it's the Bellicosa. 4, 5, 6, it's the Apocalypse. It's the Apocalypse. I turned over the wrong card last time. It's this one. This is what the Warlord Titan's looking like. Lots of red. And that's the end of the shooting phase. Yeah, and I think that's the end of turn 2.
It is indeed.
That is the end of turn 2.
Although in the end phase, I need to advance my reactor 1 for the damaged Warhound.
Do you? Because he's got a reactor
He
leaking.
has reactor leak 1.
Okay. So a bit of a Mexican standoff in the Plaza of the Wolf right now. Still no engine kills, which I think is quite surprising. But one of these engines surely is going to blow up in turn 3. Right, let's roll for initiative. I think your Warhound might be not long for this world, but you just said if my Warlord blows up, then what?
Well, both my Warhounds might go.
So if that goes, then yeah. Right, let's roll for initiative. Let's see what you get.
10.
10. I get a 9. Close, but no cigar. Would you like to give me initiative?
Not this time.
Not this time.
Squire.
Okay. So orders issued. First fire orders on the 2 Reaver Titans there. And I put emergency repairs on my Warlord because I have to, and first fire orders on both of the Warhound Titans. You failed your orders on your Warhound Titans, so I might be able to survive this. As soon as emergency repairs is issued, you roll for it. So this is what I roll, and I can re-roll a dice. And that's 3 6s. That ignites my void shields and gets my reactor cooled out of the orange bracket. And now we're into the movement phase. You can activate something or first fire with something that has first fire orders.
I'm going to first fire the Apocalypse missile launchers
Yes.
from my Princeps.
To try and tickle the shields back off the Warlord.
Indeed.
Okay.
That's not particularly
2
good.
hits.
2 hits.
I need force to keep the shields that I just reignited. And I keep the shields that I just reignited. Now the Gatling gun will spool up. Yeah, you're right. It's first fire, so you only get to do one. Now it's my turn to activate something in the movement phase. I have first fire on these guys. So let's fire first fire on this one back here. Did you put a shield back on him?
I did not.
Okay. I will be hitting you in the side, but -1 to hit. Let's fire the Vulcan Mega Bolter. Actually, the Vulcan Mega Bolter isn't -1 to hit, but it is first fire orders, must remember. So the laser blast gun is the turbo laser destructor is a better bet. That one is -1 to hit. Basically firing the right weapon into this Warhound Titan here, force to hit because you're partially obscured, and I get 1 hit. The Warhound has no shields. Where does the shot land? It lands in the leg, and this is strength 8 plus 2 on the side is 11 on the side. This is what that damaged Warhound is looking like now. Basically lost all the structural points on his body and leg, and 1 more hit to the legs, and he goes bye-bye. Right, next movement, sir. So your first fire on that, or you can move one of these.
I'm going to do first fire on my other Reaver with the Apocalypse missile launchers onto your Warlord, just to get rid of those shields.
Yep.
And that's better, that's 4 hits.
Okay, I need to make 4 fours to keep my shields going. Nope, shields drop again. Shields are down on the Warlord. Now this Warhound with first fire orders is going to fire at this crippled one there with his turbo laser destructor. I need 5 though, because you're very heavily obscured, and I miss. Then at the end of the movement phase, this Warhound Titan dodges from right to left. Now we're in the damage control phase, and for the first damage control phase, my plasmas are not in the orange anymore. Do you have any orange plasmas? Do you have to take any?
Everything's in green or yellow, but I do have a couple of rolls to make.
Okay, it's critical that you get his where are we starting?
We'll start with the heavily damaged Warhound.
Yeah, you need to get shields up.
I can.
6, you ignite the shields. The Warhound is immobile, but his shields flicker back up into life. I need to ignite some shields on this thing, or repair some weapons would be nice, because I don't have very many guns. And I get to reroll 1 dice because of my Warlord trait. Look at that. That's some shields.
Jammy.
Reignite some shields and put it up 1 higher. And I've unlocked my Apocalypse missile launcher because I'm going to need it to strip the shields off this guy 1 more time in the combat phase. And then we had some more shields flicker into life on the other Titans. And now we're at the start of the combat phase. Mr. AP Burn, where do you want to start?
My heavily damaged Warhound is going to put everything into your Warlord.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 2 shields left. Let's see if you can tickle off with the Flamer. I'm assuming you're doing the
3
Flamer
auto
first.
hits.
3 auto hits, oh yeah. I need to hold the shields firm. I need 4s. I've got 1 shield left. 1 shield left.
Let's see if the Plasma Blasting can take it off you. 2 hits.
2 hits. I need to make it 2 4s. No, and the shields are stripped back down off the Warlord Titan. Right, now it's my turn to activate. I thought about firing one of the Warhounds at the other Warhound, the one that isn't injured, for a turn, because this one isn't going to shoot anymore. But then I realised if I start shooting at other targets, then my Warlord might die. Yes, so let's fire everything from the Warlord into this Warhound. So the Apocalypse missile launcher has collapsed the shields. Now I've got 1 volcano cannon, which I'm putting on that corner there, because if I hit, I'll also tickle the other Warhound. So I need a 3 to hit. And I hit, unless the Machine Spirit nerfs me. Grumble, grumble. Machine Spirit 5. Predatory. Choose one of the Titan's weapons at random. Okay, I've only got 2 left. Using the table on the okay, 1 minute. Right, the Titan becomes a Predator. Choose one of the weapon systems at random. It turned out to be the Volcano Cannon, which is great. And it fires it. And instead of hitting on a 3, now I'm hitting on a 4. I'll put it in the same place. That's a hit. So that'll be 2 hits on this Titan, because the centre of the blast will be over it, and 1 hit on that Titan.
So I'll do the 1 shield save on the healthy Titan. Yeah, it's fine.
Now where does the hit from the Volcano Cannon land? And if it hits you in the legs,
it's bye-bye.
This will be a dead Titan. And it is a body hit. Your body's already pretty critically wounded. 10 plus. A lot. I mean, because you're already quite wounded. Let's work it out.
He's dead.
It would advance, put it into the critical, and then the next one would knock it off. That is an engine kill. We have the first engine kill. And on the catastrophic damage table, we rolled a 5. 5 is a wildfire, so the Titan turns in a random direction, ended up turning over there and firing wildly, destroying this building before collapsing. Even though the shields of the Warlord are down, all the shots from that Reaver Titan there slam into the side of the Titan and only do one direct hit to the head. That's it. So let's fire this Warhound in at that Warhound and try and strip the shields with my Vulcan Mega Bolter. That's a lot of hits. Shields are down.
Shields are down.
Now the Turbo Laser Destructor fires in on 3s and I miss. Its shields are down and I missed. Then once his shields were stripped, it fired back at the Warlord Titan, taking a few more structure points off the body and the legs. So the Warlord Titan looks like this. He's in a bad way, but no critical damage yet. And then we got down and had a good look, and my Warhound Titan cannot see through the statue of Horus Lupercal and the Warlord Titan into this Warhound down here. I can't fire at him. See, first fire orders means shoot but not move. And that stung me a little bit. Now the last thing left to fire is this Reaver Titan firing at the Warlord one more time.
Yeah, we'll just do the Apocalypse.
Okay, 3s to hit. That's pretty good hitting.
That is a good wounding.
Depends where you hit, because I'm a bit injured in the
weapon.
weapon. That's enough to disable a weapon. 1, 2, 3. It's the Volcano 4, 5, 6. Okay,
Volcano.
both of the Volcano cannons are now disabled. Then the Gatling gun hits 5 times. And in the rear, it's +2 damage. So it's essentially a strength 7 weapon.
5 shots up the rear, it really hurts.
And that one, the 6, will do damage on the weapon. There's only one stable weapon platform left. Does it auto hit it or does it hit the damage weapon? How does that work?
I think if you allocate it, you re-roll. So if you've only got one left, it would automatically go on the Apocalypse.
Nice. That means the Warlord Titan is essentially neutered. He has no guns. And that is the end of turn 3. Now this game could end in turn 4 and you get equal the number of structure points that are in the plaza at the end, plus stuff that you killed. So I've got all of these guys, and I've killed 6 points of structure. And so essentially, Mr. AP Burn has to get both of his Reaver Titans into the plaza and kill at least one Titan to win this game. But it could go on to turn 5. Anyway, let's find out first what happens in turn 4. Right, let's see who gets initiative. And you roll a 1. Is that a 1 or a 7?
7.
It's a 7. I
That's
roll
a
a
1.
1. Okay, so you have initiative. I hope you have a plan.
I always have a plan, but yeah, we'll see if it comes off.
Is your plan giving me initiative in this turn?
Oh God, no.
Okay. It's Legio Ignatum's initiative in turn 4. So in the strategy phase, you put charge on your Reaver Titan and first fire on this Warhound. And the only order I gave out was first fire on my Warhound. So now we're on to the what phase? Movement phase. Let's do some movement. Then in the movement phase, the Reaver charges forward. He had to push his reactor for that. And then at the end of the move, immediately makes an attack with his Power Fist, which is concussive. And it's targeted as well, without the modifier. So you're going to try and swing at my legs, because they're the most injured.
So,
what's your ballistic skill, weapon skill?
the weapon skill is on a Reaver Titan 4.
Okay, forced to hit my legs.
So 1 hit on
One
your
hit.
legs.
How powerful is this Power Fist?
The Power Fist is strength 9.
Nice. It's automatically targeted.
Yes, I know, force of habit, but
So-
that doesn't help me at all.
So he did manage to take a structure point off of him on the legs, and it's concussive, so we need to roll a dice, see what happens. And that's a 6. What happens there?
He moves 45, well he turns, 45 degrees to the right,
Does he?
so to face me.
Nice. Okay, first fire orders on this Warhound Titan, firing at this injured Warhound Titan with no shields, 3s to hit. They both hit. The Warhound of the Forge weaponry slams in to the
the
special, which is the body. And this is a strength 8 weapon. I don't think it's going to do any damage.
We need 10 plus.
So the Warhound shrugs off the attack and then first fires into my Warlord Titan, hitting me on the legs and doing a bit more damage. And it looks like this. Flames wreath around the Warlord Titan's legs and it takes its first level of critical damage. Then as we move further into the movement phase, the last Reaver Titan moves forward into this arena, into the Plaza of the Wolf. And my Warlord Titan just takes a couple of steps back with his legs on fire, hoping to reignite his shields. Now we're into the damage control phase, so we'll jump straight to that. Let's try and reignite the shields on 6s. I can re-roll one of them. No shields this time, no shields. So I haven't reignited my shields, but my plasma reactor is cooled right down, and I have managed to get one of the bellicose volcano cannons back up and running as well, and venting some plasma in the backfield of one of the Warhounds. Your Reaver that was injured has got his shields back, has got his plasma back. That's it for the damage control phase. Now we're going to move on to the combat phase, and you get to select one of the units. Which unit do you want to select, sir?
I'm going to shoot the Reaver's laser blaster into your Warlord.
This one here?
Yes.
And well, I haven't got any shields.
Yeah, and I'm going to target your legs.
Ooh, okay. Because I've got critical damage on the legs, so it's 5s to hit.
So it'll hopefully be worth it if I pull it off.
And you miss.
I didn't pull it off.
Everything misses. And you haven't got any shields on the Warhound Titan. It hasn't fired yet, and I've just fixed the bellicose volcano cannon.
I do get to have a little go with my apocalypse.
Oh yeah, you do.
Because you have got modifiers on your legs that might help.
Yes. One hits the leg.
One hit.
Let's see if you can injure the legs.
I don't think I can.
No. Even at this close range, his legs are on fire. Missiles and lasers rain around it, but don't damage this god of war. So now can I shoot your Warhound?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. I'm going to put the blast marker on that side. So if I get a hit, it will clip the Reaver Titan. That's if the Machine Spirit decides to stay quiet. Please don't awaken. Please don't awaken. Please don't awaken. The Machine Spirit doesn't awaken for the first time, and I get a hit. So as the center of the blast marker will do 2 hits on the Warhound and 1 hit on the Reaver. The Reaver's got some shields, which you'll ignore on a 3-up.
I do.
I do. And then the 2 hits on the Warhound. This one hasn't taken much damage yet. The hits hit the body, and they are strength 10.
Ooh.
That was 2 critical hits to the body, and the reactor is leaking from that Warhound Titan. A minute ago he was uninjured, and now he's just taken a massive hit. Now it's your turn. Which one do you want to select? I'd select the Warhound before he gets lit up by my Warhounds.
Yeah, I'm going to put everything into your Warlord, because we need to just try and delete him.
Okay, so Flamer.
3 auto hits.
You can't make targeted attacks with Flamer weapons, so let's see where this goes. It hits the body and might hurt it. 1 direct hit to the body with the Flamer. Now what about the Plasma?
Head.
The Plasma is going to hit on the head, but you miss anyway, and you overcook the Plasma twice. Or were you not doing maximum fire?
I was not doing it this time.
No? Okay.
I mainly because I forgot. So.
Right, let's fire this guy in at your Warhound. Let's fire. Let's do targeted attacks, because you're critical on the body, right?
Yeah, I've got 2 critical.
With the turbo, it's 5s to hit. It's 5s to hit. This is turn 4. Yep, let's do it anyway. 5s to hit your body. And a miss. Okay, let's just spray the Gatling gun all over the place. 2 hits on the body. I need 6s or something. Nope. The shots from that Warhound Titan there just spray around and do no damage. Then the Red Reaver fired at the Warlord. Only did 1 direct hit to the body. Now my last Warhound, firing at this Warhound, it's 5s to hit because he's monstrously obscured. Let's do the Plasma. I do get 1 hit. Let's see where it lands. That's the body. I needed the body. Strength 8. Plus 4.
12.
That means the body of that Warhound Titan is critically injured. It can't take any more hits to the body or it will go kablooey. So let's fire the turbo laser destructor, hitting on 5s. I hit once, will I hit the body? If I roll a special or a body on this dice, we have a second engine kill. Weapon. Instead, the Inferno gun is just ripped off. And that is the end of turn 4. The stabilizers on my Warhound Titan are damaged, so it stumbles to the left. The reactor on this Warhound is leaking, and so the reactor is beginning to overheat. And now we need to roll a dice to see if this game ends. And right now, the Knights of the Forge are winning, but I think if we go to turn 5, you can almost certainly get an engine kill on the Warlord. And if you kill it, then not only do you gain 10 structure points, but I will lose 10 scale points, and it'll be a definite victory for the Knights of Legio Tempestus. Legio Ignatum. Those are the ones.
The red ones.
Basically, you need it to go on to turn 5 and kill the Warlord to win.
Yes.
Otherwise, I win.
Well, we can't have that.
No, we must hold the plaza. You're the guest.
Yeah, but you want to preserve the statue of Horus. I mean, that's just heresy.
I don't necessarily want to preserve the statue of Horus. I just recognise the Plaza of the Wolf to be critical of importance. It's the only clear bit of terrain here. It's going to be a landing area for the ships that are coming in. The arc ships of the Forge.
Definite heresy.
It's not heresy. Right, 1, 2, 3, the game ends.
5.
Five.
On.
We go on to turn 5. Can Legio Ignatum turn this around?
Yeah.
Right, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
5, 4. You have initiative again.
Excellent.
Unless you want to give it to me.
Never.
Please.
Not to the heretic.
Orders have been issued. Charge and charge on the 2 Reaver Titans there. You said something very rude. I will not repeat on camera, neither should you. I can... No. He's going to come charging in and with power fists try and destroy the Warlord Titan. And then you put first fire order on the Warhound. I managed to put emergency repair on my Warlord and failed on the Warhounds. So I immediately try and ignite these shields. Shields won't protect me from power fists, but I don't have any guns right now. Actually, I've got 1 bellicose cannon, but I need these shields. So let's light them up. And I get to re-roll 1 of them. That's very good. So I've added 2 shields and got both of my cannons up and in action. Now we're on to the movement phase. Okay, the red Reaver Titan came charging in and will hit on 4s on the legs, because you can do targeted attacks, and I'm critical on my legs.
So hitting on 4s.
Yes.
1 hit.
1 hit at strength, very high.
Strength 9.
Yes. It's +3 to this right now. So that's 5 + 3 is 14. That drops the Warlord down to its last bracket on the critical damage table. 1 more hit to the legs and it will die. The Warhound dips round here. I would have moved the Warlord, but it's now immobilized. And the second Reaver charges in for the kill. So 2 hits with his power fist on 4s.
On the legs, obviously.
On the legs, yeah.
2 hits.
Both hit. Strength 9 +3. And that's enough. And on the last bracket on my critical thing, that's critical damage on the Warlord. We have an engine kill. Right, this is pretty much an auto victory for you, unless I roll a 10.
Yep.
A 10 is catastrophic meltdown. And when Warlord Titans go boom, pretty much everything else around them goes boom. And there might only be a couple of Warhound Titans left standing.
So this comes down to 1 dice roll.
Basically, if I get a 10, you're in trouble. If I don't, I'll probably concede. We'll work it out. That's a 5. That is wildfire. The Titan randomly spins in a direction, fires its guns all over the place, which is just straightforward. And at that point, I will concede, because even though this Warhound Titan is in your fire arc, even if I destroy it, I did have +10 for holding a Warlord Titan in the middle of the Plaza of the Wolf. But now I've just lost 10 points, and you've gained 10 points. So if this is how it ended with 2 of these guys, and I kill a couple of, even if I kill both Warhounds, I won't have enough points for for you holding 2 Reavers and killing a Warlord. Basically, when we add up all the scale together, there's no way back for the Knights of the Forge. This is the way the world ends. Right, wow, that Warlord Titan, it took a right pounding. Don't say anything rude. It was the power fists that eventually ripped it down, charging in there, and I can imagine them going in there just ripping pipes and bits out of its legs.
It was powerfully fisted.
No, were you worried there for a while?
I was.
After putting shots after shots after shots into it.
You kept putting the shields back up, you kept doing damage, you kept venting your plasma, it just would not die. And I thought, I'm just going to be spitting into the wind.
Yeah, it just would not go down. Warlord Titans are disgustingly resilient. Are they normally this tough?
They are. They're best suited to sitting at the back, peppering things with shots.
Yeah.
I really want to try the new Power Claw, because it encourages you to get them into close combat.
What, the Warlord Titan with a Power Claw?
To see what happens. But I haven't built that up yet, so I'm not sure exactly how they're going to work. But they just don't die. Unless you surround them with lots and lots of various weaponry to strip shields and get in close.
I think the thing is, the armor value on the War Hounds is 10 or 11. So when you chuck in strength 6-7 weapons at Warhound Titans, you can get through the armor and start doing those structure points. You can start taking structure points off. But the Warlord Titan, it's 12 on the body and 13 on the legs and the head. So at strength 6-7 weaponry, you're looking at 5s or 6s to damage the thing, and that's just to nibble off some structure points, and it's got a lot of them.
Yeah, and your other option is to be targeted, but then you're hitting on +1.
Yeah.
So it makes it even more resilient. So they're tricky things to kill.
Yeah, they are tricky things to kill. I like that game because I was winning. If it had ended in turn 4, the fact that it was hanging in there meant that I would have won. Mind you, I think I should have killed one of those Warhound Titans earlier. And this one's in the critical. He's one away from dying. The other one took a couple of turns to kill. See, it's the funny thing about Titanicus. I've noticed sometimes you can get lucky and fire at a Titan, strip the shields down, and all the wounds hit the same place, and suddenly in one shot a Titan's dead. And then other turns you're just nippling away at the weapons and the arm and the thing, and then they just don't die.
Yeah. You would have been helped had you not awakened the machine spirit every time.
Oh yeah. He was angry. The machine spirit was clearly angry. He kept waking up, and I kept overcharging the plasma on it. Yeah, it could have been a bit better at the start, but it is another victory for Legio Ignatum. Well done. I think we'll draw it to a close here. I hope you guys watched that, enjoyed that one. This battle mat brought to you by urbanmats.com. Check them out. They also do terrain and stuff like this. And AP Burn brought to you by a Jeep along the M4 corridor. Through the snow. And this battle report brought to you by the Omnissiah and the Tech Priests who keep the internet going. Thank you for listening. Happy wargaming.